Hi, stat followers. How you doing? This is Leanne, and we are taking this opportunity to meet the YW staff. And so I just wanted to introduce my colleague and friend, Alba Jaramillo. So Alba, tell us a little bit about yourself and the programs that you run.
Hi, I'm Alba Jaramillo. I am the director of the Women Out of Poverty Initiative and the Latina Leadership Institute here at the YWCA. My programs are economic justice programs for women here. Within the Latina Leadership Institute, we have several programs that are focused on professional and personal development, as well as gender violence intervention for immigrant Latina women. And then I also, within the Women Out of Poverty Initiative, operate the Sisters Closet, Project Period, and Y Works, which is a professional and empowerment program for women that are seeking a change in career or looking for work.
Right. And Alba also is the mentor for two of our members who are going to be leaving us very soon, and we're very sad, but I wanted to commemorate your all's visit here. So if you wouldn't mind introducing yourselves, and we'll talk a little bit about what you've been up to here at the YW for the last 4 months.
Sure. Thank you for inviting us. My name is Magda. I'm from Romania, and I am the founder and the president of the Romanian Association for Community Support. And here at the YWCA, I came through a program through IREX, which is a global program that allows 100 people from all over the world to come to US in different exchanges. And YWCA offered me the opportunity to come here and work very closely with Alba and also with other team members. It's amazing.
Nice, thank you. And Mira?
Hi, my name is Mira Fonseca. I'm from East Timor. You can call Timor-Leste. I'm here under IREX fellowship program, which is Community Solution Program, and I'm joining YWCA because I'm interested on gender and women's empowerment. And back home, I have a small business, a sewing business that is employed women, and I'm also planning to open a small center for computer center that can support girls, high school girls, and the dropout school girls. Thank you.
So so Mira, I think that you do have your small sewing company, but can you talk a little bit about what you and your team produce?
My small business, we produce women's sanitary kits. Or women's menstruation kits, this is first introduced by one international NGOs in America called Days for Girls International. So this program is introduced to many countries, like in Africa and Asia, to support women, especially girls, because every month, girls always not attended class during the menstruation period. So this is what we are trying to help girls, school girls.
And the pads that you produce are reusable. Is that correct?
It is reusable. It can wash, and I use it again for 2 to 3 years.
That's amazing.
It is important for the country that has low economic income.
And I imagine it's really important for rural women as well, because they have access to these materials that they might not be able to use, the disposable ones. So I see that there's a lot of alignment, Alba, between Mira's project and Project Period. So that seems like a really natural fit.
It is absolutely having products that are affordable, feminine products that are affordable for women is so important, and it's an issue that is often overlooked, and the cost that it takes women, even in a country that is like the United States, is outrageous. So we're especially excited about Mira's work, and even we're here with Project Period. We collect products to give to women that can't afford I wish that we found a way or had enough resources to do something as environmentally conscious as reusable feminine products.
Right.
That would be wonderful.
Right. Yeah, and so tell us a little bit more about your work in Romania as well. Who do you work with? What do you produce? What do you do?
I run a nonprofit, and our work is focused on education, especially on the disadvantaged communities. We have the Roma community, which is pretty much oppressed in Eastern Europe, as some of you might know. And I work a lot, me and my team, with Roma youth, especially girls, on education. Our recent project is with the U.S. Embassy from Romania, and teaching disadvantaged youngsters how to learn English and do better in school, and attend school, and eventually grow into their jobs. We also do projects who are bringing all the members of the communities together through arts, and this is especially new for Eastern Europe in community arts and participatory arts. I know here, especially in Tucson, it's very common that people are coming together and they do murals, and this is something that I really want to implement at home, and hopefully we are going to find ways to get everybody involved, and professionals from here to come.
That's
also.
Amazing. So aside from wanting the rest of the staff, from the rest of the staff wanting to now travel to East Timor and to Romania, Alba, what else have you learned from these amazing IREX folks?
You know, for me, I think, well, I've learned a lot from them. I think that the sense of feeling that we have solidarity across borders, and that our work here at the YWCA is the issue of empowering women is an issue in a movement that needs to be international. So what I've learned is you know, from both of them, and you know, as business owners, how, you know, the parallelism that there is in terms of women-owned businesses, the challenges there are to that, and the importance of having female-owned businesses. And as you can see, both of their businesses are focused on giving to the community, which we tend to see a lot with women-owned businesses. So many of them are to give a service to the community, and so it's really exciting. And to learn about the economic conditions and how businesses get started up, and the challenges that I think are always very similar to women entrepreneurs here in the U.S.
So Mira, I also know that you are part of the YWCA world. And so maybe could you speak a little bit about that larger context, the larger global context of the YWCA? What did you do there? How did you find it?
Right. Back in my country, I am also one of the YWCA members. But having joined YWCA Southern Arizona, I can see that YWCA here is really unique of its inclusive participation of men and women from different age group to fight to achieve common goals of worldwide WCA. So this is something that is opened my eyes that in Asia, particularly, we see the world young women as very restricted to only young women. So we thought that this is only for women aged below 30. So this is in our mind is this. But when I come here, I see that no. If we see others as opponents, we have to work with our opponents to bring the same goal, to bring in many different ways to achieve the same goals. So this is what I think that I can say that YWCA here is unique. Well, regarding the worldwide, I also attended in 2015. I attended World YWCA conference in Bangkok, and I can see that there was a conflict between young girls and the seniors. The young girls say, "Oh, we have to lead," and the seniors say, "No, we have to work together." So I see that this is really reflect YWCA here. But we work together to achieve, to support young women. Yeah, so this is what I really appreciate.
Yeah, it's interesting, this larger idea about leadership, and it's not just about inviting and wanting younger women at the table, but it's also about making space for them once they are there. And so I thank you for bringing that larger context of the World YWCA to our attention and to our conversations, because seeing our platform of the YWCA within the larger international context, I think is really important. As you know, as you're constantly reminding us, Alba, that the struggle for empowerment of women and the elimination of racism is really something that is not only intersectional, but is an international human rights issue. So having that context is really important. And what about in Eastern Europe?
We do have a branch of YWCA in Romania, and they do work with the women, but I want to say that it's a lot of space that it's out there in supporting our women, and we need programs. We need strong programs like the ones that are here and the ones that I had the opportunity to see at the YWCA here in Tucson. We need this kind of programs. We need more empowerment for the Romanian women and also for the girls, and we need more education around domestic violence. And we need more opportunities for them in terms of employment and skills development. And this is everything what I have saw here, especially with the LLI programs that Alba is directing. And I would love to see this at home too.
So that's a little bit about our visiting IREX scholars, our fellows, and we have had the distinct pleasure, well, Alba primarily, of hosting 4 IREX scholars at this point. And thank you so much for sharing your talents and your wisdom. And I wish you happy travels on your way home, and happy holidays to everybody's families. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for hosting us.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.